everyone, this is Alisha Costanzo and welcome back to my channel. I have no plan for this intro, but it's been like 3 weeks since I've talked to you guys and put a video out, and much of the footage I have is pretty much just me reading books and going to writing dates, which is mostly what I did other than work. I'm pretty close to the end of Shy and Brad. Haven't touched Loving Them Both at all. I'm about to publish my last book in my series, book 14 out of 14 this year. Y'all, I published a book every 2 weeks this year. We'll talk about that when I wrap up my goals, probably in the beginning of January. Anyways, welcome to the vlog. It's gonna be short. It's gonna be a lot of book talk. I think I read 11 books in this, so please enjoy that, and I'll be back. Okay, so before I go to work, here are some reading updates. 1, I finished A Gathering, was it Gathering of Shadows? I think? V. Schwab, book 2, Kel, Lila. Fucking love them. Very much a book 2, I will say. Did I enjoy it anyways? Yes, I did. But that made it more of a 4.5 instead of a 5, where I think it would have been a 5 had it not felt like we're just throwing shit at you till we can get to the end. I did see the build-up though. I did see necessary build-up in book 2 for this, but it still felt like a book 2 out of in a trilogy. So take that as you will. Loved it. Love the 2 of them. Even kind of love Alucard a little bit, so, you know. Read Madame Temptress by Megan March, book 2 in a duology. First one is The Creole King. Also loved it. Very short. Okay with this. And I like the 2 of those characters together. I love seeing Mount's perspective again. That was fun. Say he was the first guy, that was the first book, Mount, and oh my god, why am I blanking on her name? Anyways, Ruth is King was the first book of Megan March's I ever read for a 10-chapter challenge, and she is my favorite author, one of my favorite authors, so very happy there. Read it in a day. And finally, I am reading Soulmate Equation. It's a reread. I have read it before, Christina Lauren, and I am enjoying it. Now, it is a rainy Tuesday, and so I'm gonna go see Betty Ann, and on my way I have like 50 minutes of Soulmate Equation left. So I'm gonna finish it up on my way to see Betty Ann. Just made it to Harvey's, and I just finished Soulmate Equation, and honestly y'all, like, it's still a really good book. It's still a really good book. I enjoyed it. I cried again. I knew it was gonna happen, and I still fucking cried. So yes to this book, and I'm gonna go hang out with Betty Ann because it's Betty Ann time. Okay, so I just read Undercover Bromance, which I think is book 2 in the Bromance book club or something like that. Overall, it was a really cute story. It was a sweet little romance. I do think it was a little on the nose sometimes, like passionately kissing somebody outside of a club where they're obviously into it because their hands are in your hair and all that other stuff, and pulling away and going, oh shit, I didn't ask for consent. It's just a little too pandering for my taste. I get it. Like, that he's a good dude and he's with the times even though he's like a manly man. Like, I get it. You don't need to hit me in the face with it so hard. Besides the cheesy stuff of that regard, it was a really sweet and good book, good message, all the things. So I really liked the characters, the diversity, how different they were without having to like hammer home that they were all different. So like I put up with the cheesy for that, and makes me want to go back to book 1, and there's 5 books, and I want to read the Russians book because he just seems fucking adorable, and they just call him the Russian. And his name's really Vlad, which I also like. So there are those things. But overall, pretty good book. I'd say probably a 4. But yeah, I'm gonna go on to a new book, which is 56 Days, and this is a COVID thriller. So wish me luck on that, and I'll see you guys in a bit. 56 Days, Catherine Ryan Howard. The prediction is he is either a serial killer and gets her, or he's a serial killer and tries to get her, but she kills him instead. Like, those are my thoughts of the moment for what makes sense. I'm 41% of the way through. I'm gonna go listen to this while I make dinner. And I'm gonna take this off because my hair's not actually wet. It's just up. So, let's go cook. Pumpkin. Are you in there? Are you in there, Pumpkin? Are you in there? Do you like that catnip? Pumpkin. So real quick, I didn't talk about 56 Days. It was not what I thought. It was not serial killer. It was a child killer kind of thing, which is not giving anything major away. But the ending, I did not expect that. So it's definitely a good book, definitely a good read. So yes, I gave it 4 or 5 stars, somewhere around there. It was good. I'm gonna try her again. Yeah, puppy dogs will work. It is Tuesday, so it is Betty Ann and Caitlin time. So let's get to it. Okay, so I have started Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory, and this is my second chance, even though I've read 2 of her books before, one I liked, one I didn't. So far it's going good. I do have a sort of like question, not really a concern, but like a confusion of mine. I have read a lot of articles, and by that I mean like a handful of posts and stuff like that, talking about describing people of color as food, like chocolate or coffee or things like that, and that is exactly what she's doing. But is it because, you know, she is a person of color that it's okay? Like, I like to describe things in food just because I mean, I cook. That's one of the things that I do is food. So, but I don't do it just to people of color. I do it to white people too. So like, it's just confusing. I'm just confused. Like, if that's a really big thing, like a big no-no or not. So if you know or have an opinion, please let me know in the comments below. But it's like the first description she has of this guy is that he reminds her of a warm cup of hot chocolate. So I don't know. And then described him as a chocolate bar. So I'm just wondering. Okay. I'm enjoying it. It's a very slow burn kind of romance so far. And yeah, I'm gonna go inside and make some soup. Okay. So I'm like 73% of the way through Royal Holiday, and I'm just kind of like, eh. By the way, I have read like 2 books since I talked to you guys last. One was The Side of the Grave by Janine Frost, and I read it in a day because I didn't feel good, so it was hard to work. And it was good. I liked it quite a bit. I actually think I gave this one a 5, and I usually give her 4.5. So it was a good book. And then I also read Tweet Cute, which was also really cute. It started off with the characters being kind of caricature-ish, which is fine because, you know, that's how we get to know people, is we categorize them and like put them into boxes and stuff like that. And then they gradually became people, which was really interesting. I did have some trouble at times keeping all the characters together, like for remembering who was who, but overall, like, it was a nice book. I liked it quite a lot. I gave it a 4.5. So I'm gonna try. I have another one of her books on my wish list. I think it's Emma Lord, and I'm gonna give her another go. So right now I'm reading Jasmine Guillory's Royal Holiday. It's for a challenge, my second chance challenge, and it's going okay. I'll talk about it more in depth in that video. But yeah, that's where I am right now. Oh, and I'm reading Patricia Briggs' Fire Something. Fire Touched, and I really like this one. I'm about halfway through it, but I'm reading with my eyeballs, so it's taking me a little bit longer. And it's Patricia Briggs, it's Mercy Thompson, of course I love it, and I'm really interested to see what happens. The Fae are some mean motherfuckers, but yeah. I'm gonna go back to editing this book because we have like 10 more chapters. We have 10 more chapters. Is it gonna be done by the end of this week? It should be done by the end of this week. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna go back to work. I just borrowed Moby Dick. Please be scared for me. I'm scared for myself. 24 hours is long if I'm not gonna like it. So I will DNF. This is a book I'll DNF. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, I'm gonna go close up now. It's Betty Ann and Caitlin time. Gotta record it for posterity's sake. Okay, So I don't know if I updated you on War with Wild. Trish 11 seller. Loved it. Female warrior kicked out of her tribe because some stupid shits did some stuff to her and her father didn't believe it and her mother lied. And she goes out and meets two boys who have survived for a year in the wilderness. And the only reason they have survived is because there's two of them. And her penchant in order to get back into her city and to being the chief's daughter, which this sounds very familiar to me. Probably why I like it so much, because it's the same but it's so different from my books. She has to kill the god who demands whatnot from all the cities and or towns or villages or whatever, the people. And it was really nice debunking of supernatural abilities. Like, I liked it a lot, but there were still supernatural creatures, so really cool. Then I spent 4 or 5 days not reading because the next book on my list is Moby Dick. I have started it. I am 10% of the way in, which is a little over 2 hours, and I'm gonna give it another 10%, another 2 hours. And hopefully I can get that in today while I'm cooking, because at that point I can DNF. That's what I try to make myself do. 20%, give a real effort, because usually by 20% of the book I am either wrapped up in it or I'm not. This is a classic. This is an epic. 2 strikes against it. There's a lot of religion. 3 strikes against it. However, there are some things that it's doing that I enjoy. There's a lot of telling, which it's an old book, so of course there's a lot of telling. But I liked the way the character was talking about Queequeg and the whole idea of savage versus politeness and difference in cultures, and how he might have been scared of him because he was different, but the dude was probably also scared of the main character because they were different. So like, I liked that, especially considering the time that this was written. So I am appreciating those things. Could care less about a lot of what's going on right now, so let's hope in the next 10% it gets out in the water. I want to get out in the water. Okay, I'm gonna go work. Look at how cute you are. Moby Dick. Expectations were so low. That's actually not that bad so far. We'll see. So I got 30% of the way through Moby Dick before the library took it back. So I might pick it up again. We might have to do this in chunks. We did get out on the sea, but the whale's not coming to chapter 80 and I'm on chapter 40. So my boss stopped in. So yeah, I think I might actually finish Moby Dick. Not this month, but I think I will. So I'm not gonna count it against myself in punishments. Not that I would have anyways, because it's the end of the year, but I'm just saying, like, I actually gave it a good try and I might finish it eventually. I am also in the middle of the Blood Countess. I think that's the name of it. Elizabeth Bathory. Very odd. I'm not sure what's going on with the relationship between Elizabeth and her chambermaid, or what's going to happen to her husband. Honestly, I really hope they poison the husband, because he is a piece of shit. Don't forget who owns you. Fuck you, buddy. I know it's the time frame, and it's one of the reasons why I hate historical fiction. I hate to read it myself, is because that's such a prominent thing that, you know, women have no autonomy. They have no personhood. They have no rights to themselves and their feelings. They are property, and I really hate that thing, which is why I don't read it very often, but I'll get past it. It'll be fine. It's not the whole book. It's not even close to the whole book, so we're okay. I'm probably 40% of the way through it. The thing I'm reading it on doesn't calculate that for me, but based on how much I've gone through and how much I have left, probably about 40%. So it's going well so far. I am intrigued, and yeah, I think I'm almost done with my Patricia Briggs book, Fire Touched, which is good, right? That's good, right? 60% of the way through. That's the one I'm reading with my Ibbles. So, all right, I think that's where I am. But look forward to my TBR for January coming on Saturday, and I'll have my new writing game starting again in January. I'm gonna have some goals. We're gonna talk about some of my favorites of 2022, some of my least favorites of 2022, the goals that I've completed, my new goals for 2023, and like all of the New Year stuff coming in January, because I just didn't have time to do it this month. Good news is that 100,000 word book is done. So Yes. Okay. Anyways, let me know how you guys have been over these last couple weeks when I haven't been able to talk to any of you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.